offering my most humble and prayerful salutations at the divine lotus feet of our beloved Master, Bhagawan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Chakravarti Sir, Nimish Bhai, all the zone chairs, national presidents, regional presidents, center presidents, and all brothers and sisters. Very loving Sairam to all of you. Joy is only to be experienced, it cannot be explained. Many times language cannot assist you in expressing your true feelings. And one such day is today. We were a bit tentative when we thought of starting Global Council. Now we are here, and yesterday none other than the Prime Minister of India taking Sri Sathya Sai Global Council couple of times in his speech itself was a beautiful moment for all of us.
कन्वेंशन सेंटर के लोकार्पण के साथ ही यहाँ श्री सत्य साई ग्लोबल काउंसिल की लीडर्स कॉन्फ्रेंस भी शुरू हो रही है। इस कॉन्फ्रेंस में देश और दुनिया के कई देशों के डेलीगेट्स यहाँ पर उपस्थित है।
And that is how Swami tells us that we are on the right path. Of course, some topic was given to me, but I did not study anything topic-wise with Swami's lotus feet. So, whatever I know and whatever I've experienced, I can share a little bit with you. But this journey, last 1.5 to 2 years, has been a very, very beautiful journey. Of course, there are beautiful moments with Swami, but we had Swami, and once he goes into he retires to his room or he goes to darshan, then we were engaged in our own works because we had physical Swami. But today, he doesn't retire to his room or he doesn't go into mandir. He always resides with you. There's no time when we don't be attentive to him because all the time is with you. So today, we are more living with Swami than actually physically Swami was there those days. And personally for me, I have interacted with most of you either directly or on video calls. These 2 years have been a very intense and a lot of things I have also learned in the process. And Swami used to tell us that we often on the veranda used to say on the portico, inchilonu Swami namam vastundi, intilonu Swami photo untundi. Says every inch will be permeated by name and every house will have my picture. Today, we see that the kind of people who walk into Prasanthi Nilayam, who come, they never stepped into Prasanthi Nilayam earlier. But Swami bringing in huge numbers, because we are staying in Prasanthi Nilayam. Every day more than 50-60% of the people are newcomers. It is not in our reckoning to bring the devotees to Prasanthi Nilayam. We cannot do that. We have no power to that. It is only Swami who brings devotees to Prasanthi Nilayam. He himself has said, without my permission, nobody can even enter Prasanthi Nilayam portals. So you all have come here, it is only specifically for by his divine dispensation and by his own picking that you are all here in this beautiful, beautiful Sai Hira Global Convention Center, sitting here and discussing about Swami and the beautiful things of life. And what a blessed feeling it is to be here. All think alike. We all fall at the same feet. So it's a very, very sort of self-satisfying moment for all of us who have been here in Central Trust and in Prasanthi Nilayam. And seeing all of you coming here, it gives us more joy, more commitment, more energy to work further and further for Swami's mission. Now that you are here, today center leaders are here, and a lot of deliberations have happened. And organizations are today is expanding. And we have seen that is happening even in more so we are close to Indian scenario. We see other day only we also have zones in India. One of the zones sent me a report, commonly they send a report. The number of bhajan mandalis they have increased, the number of samitis they have increased, the number of Balavika centers they have increased. In huge numbers they are increasing. And how they are happening? It's only Swami knows the way he is connecting to people. Yesterday, when you saw, I request, I think, Suresh and Shivan, you need to translate what Prime Minister of India spoke yesterday. Some of you, even it was in Hindi, you must hear. Because it's a most revealing, it's like somebody who's a devotee. Somebody who's like, it's like a Kulwanthal. He was, when we go to Kulwanthal and talk in the presence of Swami about trust and about Swami, that kind of so much of feeling, so much of genuine feeling that Honorable Prime Minister was talking yesterday about our institution. Means they all realize that they all know that the kind of work Swami has done, the kind of reach that Swami has made, the kind of impact that Swami has shown on people across the globe. That's why he was saying in his speech yesterday, the great ones may be born in one place, but their influence spreads across the globe. And exactly there we get to witness is in the presence of Swami. He was born here in a very remote place, but today if you see, all of you are seated, we have nothing in common otherwise. What is the relationship between any one of us other than Swami, the only link that is Swami here, that brings all of us together here? Otherwise there is no commonality. We are not relatives, we are not friends, we are not neighbors, we have nothing in common. And we are from different backgrounds, different countries, different people gone from one country and settled in some place. But we all have come because we are all linked by only one thing, that is Sri Sathya Sai. And we are all linked only because of that beautiful bond, that beautiful thread, which is running through this beautiful garland, is Swami. And that is what is keeping our bond intact. That is why you all have come. Some people have not been able to see it, it's okay. They will also, maybe Swami, in a very jocularly used to say, everybody will come, only communists will come later. Because God said, come you next. So, so he said, you are in a... So you would say, but everybody will eventually come to God, everybody will come. So we don't need to worry about it, since our ship has moved on, our train has left the station. So we don't need to worry. When they come, they maybe Swami will send a train for them or a ship to the yard. When they reach the port, reach the railway station, they will get in. They are little late, what can we do? So they will arrive. That is his work, it is not our work. So keeping that aside, now we have come this far. The most important thing actually, when the Global Council thing was being discussed, Sri Chakravarti Sir used to say, let us talk only to the centers. So we all felt it is a center which we realized and we knew it. They say, where rubber touches the road. Where Sai Mission is active and actually kicks is the center level. The rest of it is, most of it, higher you go, it becomes virtual and it becomes... So where is the activity happens is at the center level. So as we all discussed, it is the centers which we need to talk to. So that is how we have reached out to the centers. And of course, Swami has his own way. It is just that Swami unfolded everything. It's as for that only we have been following and we are working and we are walking on that path. Sri Nimesh Pandey is a witness here. He is himself here. None of us, he has just came onto the Global Council at just no point, just in a second, when I said, Nimesh bhai, we have opened this kind of a registration. When are you going to, what is your, he said, just I'm outside Rathnakar. All that it takes me is just to travel to my home, okay, open the computer and I click it. I think somewhere he was outside. The moment he reached house, he clicked and he said, we have registered with. I asked him, what is the reason? Did you want anything to clarity? He said, I don't need clarity. If we don't go to Prasanthi Nilayam, we don't want to associate with Prasanthi Nilayam and Swami, what for we are here? It's so clear it was there. Sathya Sai Central Trust never had any intention also even to administer any organization, because we are a different legal body and it has been kept like that. All that we said is come together, because the focus is getting little blurred, focus is going little out. So we need to refocus. Refocus to, the way how you refocus is to connect to the base, connect to the source. That is all we said. In the process we said, for ensuring for future, that we need to have some kind of organizational setup, organizational structure, which always like a guidepost, so that people, today we are all here who have been with Swami, who had some exposure and experience with Swami, some guidance we have taken from Swami. So while we are here, we should set this right. After this, all newcomers, if they start doing their own thing and they will do everything, whatever they like, it becomes like a Lions Club or some other organization. So we didn't want to do that. So we wanted Swami, the way Swami wanted this organization to function, the way Swami wanted these units to be together. In fact, that is the charter says. Unfortunate that, we have been sort of lot of misinformation was given, or information was never given. What Global Council today we have formed is as per the charter of Bhagawan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, what is given. Please be rest assured, take out any little bit of that. We have not strayed one bit, not even one word of what was given in the charter, what was given by Swami. We dare not flout any of his commands. We are here only as a servants. We are not here to meddle with what he says. Our work is, we are handed over the work only to execute the command, not for giving commands here. We are not here for that. So in that fashion, there is a very clear, if you go through your guidelines of Swami, what Swami has given charter, very clearly there is a Prasanthi Nilayam, there should be a central body which consists of Central Trust, Indian organization and overseas organization. That is what Sri Sathya Sai Global Council is. Maybe this is just a name, maybe sounds little new because Swami was physically not with us, so we just debated and Chakravarti sir said Global Council could be a good name, and he has been for 40 years with Swami and he's been very closely associated with Swami. We took it as if Swami himself is guiding us. We said Sri Sathya Sai Global Council, and today the name is rocking. Believe me, everywhere Sathya Sai Global Council. There is a power in it, there is a punch in it. Sri Sathya, and there is a pride in it. If you say you belong to Sathya Sai Global Council, there is a sort of a, you feel empowered, you feel there's a pride in that. So that is the way it started. Of course, a lot of things have been told, wrong things have been mentioned, but I want to tell you one thing. A lot of times we lack common sense. Sorry, I'm not saying anything wrong to you, but I may be also doing that. Sometimes we lack common. Swami say, common sense is not there at all, it's uncommon, it has become. So we lack common sense, we don't see that. We don't see simple things which are coming. Sometimes we use our brain too much. Once a zookeeper is a little educated guy, but he could not get any job, so he got a zookeeper job. He used to see all the, evening he locks all that zoo and goes out, and then one day he was thinking, now he is an educated man, he keeps thinking, and so he gets a weird idea. Hey, why do I lock the cage of this lion? After all, who will come to steal the lion? Lion cannot be stolen. So why do I keep it like that? Let me open it. So he opens it and goes. You know what lion does if it's let loose? Next day he was called and hauled up. And he was asked, hey, why did you do this? He says, no, lion cannot be stolen. So imagine our common sense. Sometimes we use in a wrong place, we let loose a lion and it will devour you only afterwards. So we need to use our common sense properly. Many a time, if somebody says, don't go to Prasanthi, is it common sense? Is it anybody need to be debated on this, whether it's a right answer, wrong answer, is that man is filled with wisdom? There's nothing like that. If we don't connect to Prasanthi, why do we call Sathya Sai devotees? If we don't come to Prasanthi and our decry Prasanthi, our decry Central Trust, Baba was the Central Trust member. He's a founding member of Central Trust. Anybody saying, not because we are trustees, anybody saying anything on Central Trust is a sin. He founded it. Please remember. Please remember. He founded it. He was a member till 2011. Till he was physical form from the time Central Trust is born, and it has done only service to humanity. You heard 25 minutes the Prime Minister of India talking about the great works which Central Trust under Central Trust banner Swami has executed. It's not one person. So much he has done. And how could even decry that? You may not like a person. We may not be agreeing on something. We can disagree. There's no point, no problem. We can meet, we can discuss. But we should not, because it is Bhagawan's baby. It's Bhagawan's creation. We should not say. I know some of you will be thinking, then that also is Swami's creation. How did you? There's some thoughts I can hear it a little bit. It's not so. We also have tried, we have done our bit. Then I remember a story from Ramayana. When after they come back, conquering Ravana and come back, Hanuman is there and Sita Mata feels somehow he's done so much for us, and she takes out a pearl necklace and gives to him. And what he does is he'll just breaks it, keeps every pearl at his ear and throws it. Mother is very, very offended. I gave this pearl necklace to this monkey. What is doing? So precious one I've given. She's offended. She feels very bad. She goes and complains to Rama. She says, let us go. What is he doing? Why is he doing? So they go to him and ask, hey, mother has given you out of love a pearl necklace. You are just breaking, throwing it out. So then Hanuman, you know what Hanuman says? Swami, anything that doesn't have your name, doesn't reverberate your name, even mother has given, Sita Mata has given, I don't want this. That's why I'm trying to hear one pearl, if I can hear the Rama's name. If it is not giving Rama's name, I don't want this pearl. So that is what Hanuman tells Rama. Mother Sita just feels how much, means Rama creates this entire episode just to show how devoted was Hanuman. Anything that is not having Swami, we will discard it. Please listen very firmly. We will not have any association with anybody we don't feel it reverberates Swami. We will discard it. So be very clear on this. We focus is Swami. Why have we come here? To create our own personal relationships, to create our own partnerships, friendships? No. We forget worship in all these other ships, and we are sinking ship. No, we should not do that. We come here only to create a bond between ourselves and God. Please be very clear. Those who want to create bonds for each other, have partnerships and relationships, please don't be part of this beautiful saga. You can try it outside. The world is vast. There's enough place for all the people in the world. God has created a vast world, but we should not contaminate this place, and there's no place for ego. Swami would say, Your ego should be left where you leave your footwear. Where is the footwear you left today? Outside. There. So the moment you want to enter the portals of Sai mission, we have to leave our footwear, we leave our egos there. E-G-O, end of God in oneself. E-G-O, exit of God in oneself. E-G-O, end of goodness in oneself. As long as that is in you, the God exits, the goodness ends, and we fall into an endless pit. That is one thing which we come here to surrender. We don't come here to create our own positions and egos and to pamper our egos. We come to lose our identity into God. We're not here to create an identity into our own identities and self-aggrandizement. Everything will be given to you. Everything will be given to you. Swami would say, you are a favorite of a king, even you are in the last line. Whatever gifts he is giving, you will get it because he will keep it for you. Don't worry where you are seated. Just hold on to the king. Once his Swami is with us, don't worry whether you are any position or anything. Whatever is due for you, it will be given to you. It will reach to you. And we don't need to ask. Our beautiful Lord, we don't need to ask anything. He will deliver it to you, home delivery. He will do everything for us. He's such a beautiful Lord. He will do it for you. Yesterday only they were saying Shraddha and Saburi, patience and faith. We need to have that. And today is so wonderful to see. So many people. I feel more and more of these kind of conclaves come. Even though it's little difficult to organize, for Global Council to move and they encompass the entire world, we need to have more interactions. We find, it's not that I don't say that no work has been done. Swami's work is always there, the devotees. Basically, everybody is a devotee, whether whichever banner they are under, they are somehow, but they must have lost somewhere, some way. We need to somewhere reclaim back our, like Chakravarti sir said, it is your home. You need to reclaim this Prasanthi for yourself. And each individually we have to connect to Swami. There is no group realization. There is no talk of group realization, group enlightenment. It doesn't happen. We all will be a group, will go and will take enlightenment for God. It is not possible. Each individual is his individual journey here. Everyone has to walk his own path. We have he made me zone chair, he made me national president, so I will be only aligned to him. No. Please, no individual alignment should be permitted in our organization. You are aligned to the organization, not to the individual. Because these things, 2 years, 4 years, 6 years, people move. Your alignment should not be with the individuals. Your alignment should be Swami, and your alignment should be with the institution. Sathya Sai Central Trust, we are very clear. Our path is very clear. We are servants of Bhagawan. We are in seva. We are sevaks here. We keep doing the work as given to us by Bhagawan. It is not we create anything here. The same way, all of us need to connect to Swami. All of us need to be in that path because that is the right path. For example, you want to go to, say, you are going to Hyderabad. If you take a Bangalore road, you will not get Anantapur, Kurnool. You will find some other villages, some other landmarks, or some other towns you will get. So if you are getting some wrong places on your path, please know that you have taken a wrong direction. Even in our own personal life, as long as we do an outward journey, we find it difficult whenever you are going towards the world. Only when your journey starts inward, then you will find peace, joy, happiness, divinity. Because we try to find all these things outside, because we are taking a wrong direction. If you go into wrong direction outside and you want to have all this, whatever you are expecting, landmarks in your life, you will not get it because you are on the wrong path. So Swami says, if you go inside, the journey is inside. When the moment you are doing an internal journey, inward journey, you will find these landmarks of peace, joy, divinity. But unfortunately, we don't realize that. We are always trying to find things outside of us. No. we need to little internalize. He was telling about meditation. And of course, I could not raise Giridhar when he said, do you meditate? Because I could not raise because I don't meditate. And for us, Swami's work is meditation. That way, 24/7 we are in meditation. So, meditation is thought of God, thinking of God. So we are always immersed in that. So there is no special meditation for us. The meditation is about thinking of God. I'm saying for all of us here, we have 24/7 we are in thought of Swami. Somehow, many times when I am alone and I think of Swami, I always wonder how much he is blessing. No, I can't even forget him. Situation is like that. I can't, that means situation, every minute I am reminded of him. I feel very blessed for that. And there's no fatigue in spiritual work. You will never feel tired. Where many people keep asking me, how are you managing so much? How are you doing? Honestly, we have no problem at all. Because it creates energy. You know, when you are doing the work of God, you must know it is generating energy. It doesn't create fatigue for you. Because you are serving and you know very well whom you are serving. The moment that awareness is there, it is completely a joyful ride. It is not anywhere. It's not having any pain. It doesn't have anything. Swami can give only joy. Swami can give only happiness. He cannot give anything other than that. He can only confer bliss. He can give only good things, only positive things. Only positivity is Swami. Unfortunately, we get trapped and keep listening to people here and there, and we get lured by these things. You know, how positive Swami, I will tell you, once a group of people was there, I was a student, I was there. Somebody was complaining to Swami. He said, about some relatives or something about their own, some family issue, or I don't recollect, but he was saying, they all come to me only when they have a problem and they don't be seen other side, other times, and like that he was mentioning to Swami. So I was wondering how Swami is going to tell, what he's going to tell. I was just keenly observing that gentleman was saying very nicely, close, kneeling Swami. Swami was inquiring, but this much I know that he was saying something that people approach him or they come to him only when they have need or some problem, otherwise they don't bother or something like that. And I was looking for Swami's reaction, what Swami would tell. And you know what Swami so beautifully said? Bangaru, when you are sitting in a house, if power goes, then only you go and search for a torch. When you have light in your house, you will never go and search for a torch. Only when they have light, so they are not reaching out to you. The moment darkness comes, they are coming in search of a light, in search of a torch. That is you. So you are the torch for them. You are the light for them. See, such a situation, how beautifully, positively Swami reinforces, and how every minute is a positive is Swami. He never said anything negative for us. I was wondering what would be the answer. He said, only when you are in a dark, you look for a light, you look for a torch. So we need to apply. Swami has spoken. We don't need any other scriptures. 45 Sathya Sai speak volumes are there. You have 15 Vahinis are there. You have beautiful literature on Swami. And there is no topic on this planet which he has not touched. We need to just get into that. He talked about every topic. And you don't need to go to any other scriptures. Because scriptures are simplified in Swami's talk. Then don't complicate yourself. It is a simpler version which we can understand. You go and quote scriptures and again you get confused. And it is same Lord which is giving you. You don't need any more authentications or references. It's a most completely, all iterations are over and is given what is for human beings. Sathya Sai speaks at Vahinis. You just read that and you will understand that every aspect of human life is touched and is guided humanity in every walk of life. So please don't need to go here and there or look for any solutions. We unfortunately, what happens, we don't want to be part of a solution. We want to be part of a problem. So that is the issue. Wherever there's little skirmish or there is some disturbance, we want to go and be part of it. We feel like, enjoy that little bit of disturbance. I think some side of psychological issues people have. But be part of a solution. And for the solution, Swami has given every guidance for all of us to emulate. It's easy to point out. Swami would say, it is no point in pointing out 100 mistakes of others. Please understand that we and Swami, you and Swami alone are there, and just think, will you make a conversation like that? Will you make a negative conversation? Will you tell when in the presence of Swami anything like that? Is it possible? No. So think that you are in the presence of Swami and you are traveling with Swami, and only when you travel with Swami, your journey is safe. Your journey is safe only when you travel with him. So please make sure all of us are brothers here. And one good thing happened after this conference is that any resource anywhere in the world, they belong to Sathya Sai Global Council. This is... Why do we need territory? Today, zones are talking to each zones, nations are talking to each nation. You can go anywhere in the house. You have the freedom. Do your parents restrict the freedom for you to move about in your own house? Do you restrict your children movement in your own house? No. It doesn't happen. Today, that is what is the creating beauty. When Suresh was telling me, first when we were interaction, there were 8 topics and 10 speakers. I said, why 10 speakers and 8 topics? How are they going to cover? He said, no, sir, people will listen to only 2 topics. He was explaining other day. 2 topics, right? 2 topics each. I said, why? All the way, at least they should get the tickets worth, na? So I said, let them have all the 8. Everything is what Swami has spoken about different things. Why they have all the way they come here? Why not? They said, how do we handle, sir? We don't have speakers. Then Nimesh Bhai, Koteshwara. Immediately we said, because I had the knowledge that they had done workshops similarly on another 9 topics and 11 topics, 9 locations, and 99 speakers. 99 speakers. So I said, why not we extend this support to them? Immediately they said, we will do it. And so that's how we brought in 40 speakers from Indian subcontinent and another 40. They found 40. They had only 10 in mind. They end up finding another 40, I think. Total 50 they have found. Imagine in Global Council, you had 50 people. They had only, I'm not saying you are not selected, but the moment little trigger, we could find 50 another people who are there in the Global Council who could speak, who could convey Swami's messages. Today we have 90 people, including India, we have 90 people who are, I think yesterday and today, the number of people are speaking 90. So much of resources we have. So the unity, the moment you are part of this one family, that feeling of oneness, imagine how wonderful it is that we are able to share so much of joy, so much of teachings of Swami. It's only for this purpose. It's not for that one small word, supervise. No, you cannot supervise. Then why did you join first? That was there. You join after 3 weeks, then something goes, then you go back. Supervise. It is, it is some 3 letters, sir. It is administer, expand and supervise, something like that. Those 3 words are there in the charter. And it is not we invented this word supervise. So they held on to, oh, you are supervising. We are not like headmasters taking a stick and say, hey, supervise now. No. Who will supervise? Only God is our supervisor. Swami is our supervisor. Not us. How can we be supervisors? The supervision is Swami. That is, you don't want supervision of Swami, then we don't need you. We have to be under the care of Swami. We need that's why I said, anything like how Hanuman threw it, if that doesn't reverberate Swami and Swami's principles, we don't need anything like that. So that is how we have reached this point. Today, Global Council is for real, and it is happening. And in fact, they are doing a survey of all this. By November, I think, we will have all the survey completed, and their data will be there every center. First time in the history of Sai organization, we have the data of every center, how many members and how much. The survey is going on. I think by November it will be done, and the number of centers and what is happening. So this is the real time. Even they are geotagging it. Where is this place? Where is simply, if I am not found wrong of telling you something which has happened within our family only. We found only 27 countries will fulfill the criteria of calling a national council, having a national council. We call 140 countries. Only 27 countries were fulfilling the criteria to have a national council. Means what did we do for so long? We say we are associated with that, we are associated with this. So we found that kind of thing. We found 11 countries with single-digit membership. This one family happened to be, and that is the husband is national president, wife is a national coordinator, son is a youth, young adult leader, daughter is a bhajan singer. Arre, 4 people. I have sat for, I have burned midnight oils, doing all this math. That is what the presentation was there. I'm seriously, anybody you want, if still have doubts, I can share with you individually. Really. There are 11 countries with single digits, 6, 8, and all of them have designation, chair. I don't know where they get one chair. Everybody is a chair. And 8 or 9 people, sir, all of them are national president, national chair. By chance, if that is only zone, they will have zone chair also. Then, whatever that, 1 lakh people, we found 1 lakh people with all sort of designations or something like that. So, it's just, unless it looked like as if unless somebody gave designation, that fellow won't come to the center. You have to call him the cleaning chair, center cleaning chair. Why are we doing this? Means somehow we forgot Swami. Do you think he's not watching? Do you think we can fool him? It's a foolishness to think that we can hoodwink him. He knows every bit of it. And one more thing, I would like to tell, since you're all here, and with permission of Global Council, Chakravarti sir, our mentor and right now he guides us. And Nimesh bhai, I want to tell you there is a little correction we need to think through, and we need to make in one particular aspect of it. Please, some of you are new, some of you have been there. The proximity to Swami, or somebody had 60 interviews and he had a lunch with Swami, please discard those things into, let that be, it's very personal to them. Don't consider that it doesn't confer any spiritual position on anybody if he has got all this. We have seen people, whether it is me, whether anybody from the organization, anybody from any trust, from any student, please don't get carried away because he has a photograph with Swami, or he was driving Swami, he was having dinner with Swami. I was 20, so there are people who will say, I have 60 interviews with Swami. So what? Now what are you doing? You are abusing all others. I have got 8 rings. So what? Now what do we do? Please, this is a very personal thing. Don't get, it's fine. We are there. They have been lucky. They were there for whatever destiny brought them there. God was kind. It's fine. But don't color your judgment on those facts, basing on those things. Just connect to Swami. Because I'll tell you one, sir, with your permission, I'm telling one thing what happened. Because it's a family, they should all know. Because don't go by Swami's actions. What Swami does is in a very divine realms. you and I have to deal on a very normal level. I'll tell you what happened. One student, let me be as vague as possible because it's a very known incident. There's one student who was working here, and he had some company, some engagement outside, not marriage engagement, so he was working, and he told the unit in university or wherever he was working, he said he has a sort of a conference in Chennai. They said, okay, you go for conference. But suddenly there were some pictures, now social media is there, and people are knowing each other. So they said, we saw so-and-so in Singapore. So the concerned people got little alerted. He said, yes, man, gone to Bombay or Chennai, but now we are hearing this. How come he has not told us? He has not said anything. Then first thing was because he was very blue-eyed boy of Swami. Swami used to talk to him, Swami will call him for everything. So they went and they thought first it is their duty to go and represent to Swami. They went to Swami and told, Swami, this is what happened. Then you know what Swami said? First check with where he is supposed to have gone, Madras or Bombay. First check there, and if he's there, if it is, people could have been mistaken identity in some other place also, but just do proper inquiry and then we'll see. Then in meanwhile, the message went to that boy also that there is some... Swami said, ask him to come back. After they said he has not gone, they went back and said he is not gone. In fact, there is no such conference is being held in that place. Then Swami said very nicely, call him back. So when they called him back, he was not able to come because he is not here. He is in some other country and he has some engagement. He was saying, I am not well, I am having loose motions, I am coming tomorrow or day after tomorrow, like that. He went on saying after 3-4 days, because he had an assignment, he had committed to somebody. He came here. When he came back, and he was sitting in the front row. So the authorities had conveyed to Swami about all this. Then Swami went outside. He saw this boy sitting. He said, Kab aaya? When did you come? Swami, I just came. What happened? You are not well, it seems. Yes, Swami, I was not well. Swami creates vibhuti and gives to him. And the people who are the administrators were quite puzzled. Now what do you do? Now he is given vibhuti, he is talking to him very nicely. Now what do we do? So they are little scared to even talk to him or say, maybe Swami did not like we are complaining or anything. After a while, Swami called them and he was talking about that, you saw me, I gave vibhuti, that's why you are confused. Whatever your rule says, you do that. For me, that rules don't apply to me. I know that fellow I have come for transforming people, not for punishing people. As you want to punish, you punish. That is a different issue. He is telling me lie, I also know and he also knows. But I still gave him, he is not well, that he knows and I also know. But still I gave him vibhuti, so that now at least I am giving a chance for him to transform. But if he has to be sent out, you send out. There is nothing. And he was sent out. Swami did not stand on that. That other story people don't know. People only know because what happens outside. But that's why I'm saying Swami's actions are nothing to do with us. In the sense, how he deals with each individual is completely, you can't relate the way Swami tells. Sometimes when I'm telling, hey, why so less is happening, why this much reach has not happened. Sometimes in the beginning, they used to tell me, so quality is very important than quantity. I said, you are not Swami to tell me this. Swami can tell you, but if you are reporting to me, you better do what is expected. That's how, see, why I am saying is, Swami relates to somebody to transform. But rest of it, don't go by that. His relationship with a being is his own spark, his own. It's a beautiful interview. I think it's in English, 25 minutes. Swami talks in an interview room. Entire 25 minutes he converses in English to question and answer. I think all of you should see, there is a beautifully, he says, There is nobody in this world who will not be given an opportunity to transform themselves. Even the sinner, the worst sinner will be, there's nobody will be say, he's gone, now he cannot get, now he's completely discarded. No. He says any worst sinner also will have an opportunity to transform himself, because he will come little late. Communist, Swami, communist like that. He'll come, but he can transform. You cannot discard anybody. You cannot discard. That's the way Swami relates to a human being, the spark of divine. Swami says, my spark is in each one of you. So how will he not relate to you? He will continue to relate to you because you are part of him, his own part. So he will continue to relate, but on our very regular transactions, we have to be very careful. We can be, it's not that somebody is close. What is the closeness? Swami has told this also. I don't want people who are near me, but I want people who are dear to me. Nearness and dearness, there is a difference. Just because you are near, you need not be dear. And those who are far also are very dear to him. So the nearness does not come for dearness. The dearness comes only when you pray. Sathya Sai Center as Managing Trustee is not a spiritual position. I also have to pray to him. I need to do my own sadhana to reach him. God is equal to everybody. God cannot be partial. Oh, he's working in my trust, he's working in my canteen, he's my canteen manager, so I will bless him. No, there's no positions like that. My zone chair, my international coordinator, whatever, global council coordinator. No, these are all only for functional. It's for a function that it is given to us to coordinate, to do a particular function. But otherwise, we all have to pray. And the prayer is the connect to Swami. The only, Swami would say, only when you pray. Prayer does not change God, but changes the person who prays. Prayer does not change God. God is always same. It changes the person who prays. We keep praying, we change. We think things are moving and God has been kind, he melted. He was always very, very kind and merciful. We were having some issues, but we start praying, we become more and more open to that grace. Because Swami says there is a rain always. If you are putting your vessel upside down, will you collect the water? You cannot collect the water into a vessel which is kept upside down. Only when you turn the vessel and keep it straight, the rainwater gets collected. Can you reflect sunlight from a mirror keeping this way? If you want to reflect that light, you can't put a mirror this side. You have to focus the mirror to the light to reflect that. So if you want Swami to reflect in you, you have to also to face him. You also have to be focused on him. You also have to be aligned to him. Then only you will be able to reflect. You are turning some other side and you expect Swami to reflect, it will not happen. It will not happen. And Swami is a very merciful Lord. He is the most kind and accommodative Swami. We must always understand that this, when he started from the age of 14, he has brought it to this today, is only because of his love for people, his kindness for people. His love has transformed millions of people. You see his life. As I was telling yesterday, he doesn't have a bank account for himself. And he has everything at his command. Have you ever seen a person who walked barefoot all his life? He was walking. If you have seen some pictures of somebody would have brought some paduka or some to bless or some, it would have been some few seconds, he would have, just to please, again for that only. Everything he did only to please others. I remember one day he was having little temperature in a body. So he was coming out and the persons there informed me that Swami is having temperature. So I was standing near the door as if, no, I will not open, I'm just standing. He said, open that. I said, I just went down on my knees and said, Swami, today seems to be having little temperature, you take rest. Why do you need to go? Then he said, just open it. I said, Swami, please, I was pleading. I said, no, Swami. You know what he said? If I don't see devotees, I have no other work here. If I don't go out to see devotees, what work I have here? It struck me like a thunderbolt. He is only for us. 104 temperature, and he says this. If not for them, what do I have? I have no work on this planet. He has come for you and for me. Every bit of his blood drops. Every minute he spent for you and me. A life completely for others. And we come here, let us only take that beautiful thing. Please don't get involved in any other thing in the name of organization. Just bask in that glory, bask in that love. Just connect to Him. Life will be celebration. And rest of it, don't get into so nitty-gritty, don't be fussy, just be calm. Whoever is there, just don't turn away just because your term is over. I am national president, I am a center president, I am a my 2 years or 4 years over, now I don't go that side. What kind of attitude is that? When you are there, all others were supporting you. How you forget that? Nobody left. Everybody could have left like that. So when you are there, everybody is supported. So when others come into that, you please support. That is what it is all about. Please keep Swami in your hearts. Every decision, just ask Him for your own personal life. Most in personal life, He will be very best guide for us. And in all organization level, just be very ease and be like a brothers, like sisters. Let us be with ease. Let us talk to each other more lovingly, and let us deal with each other little more with, not with the mind, but with the heart. You need to have the heart, because the heart is one which gives you the true message. The reflection of God is in heart, not in the mind. When you cross a particular door, you want to reach God, the mind is not any way is going to, only after you annihilate the mind, you reach God. Whatever you are learning, whatever you do, whatever you maybe acquire, whatever maybe skills you do, but all this will be dumped, because mind cannot confer God on you. It's only heart which can. You have to give up. You have to give up all these things once you are in a spiritual path. So these thinkings and trappings in that, so many prejudices, so many thinkings, opinions, all that is only for us, and it will only hold you. It's like a luggage. You can't, if you try a huge stone to a bird, can it fly? It can't fly, because it always sort of keeps you down. It pulls you down. Swami used to say, less luggage, more comfort makes a traveler pleasure. Keep luggage less. And always think for Swami also. At the age of 14, he left his house. For whom? He did not go out for any retreats or joyrides or hill stations, and all the time he was surrounded by people. Imagine a 14 years lad coming and going door to door to tell you, hey, I have come to tell you something beautiful, please take it. And imagine those days how people would have even treated. Sometimes when I think of it, I shudder. People would have just, maybe would have not taken him seriously. There was a time when Swami goes to he was traveling, Swami goes to a place, reaches somewhere in the early wee hours, maybe around 2:30 or so, to that place. You know how soft and gentle is Swami? He goes to that house and he sees they are sleeping. He sleeps in the veranda. Let us be true to Him. Avatars don't come often on this planet. And even if they come, we may not come. It's a rare coincidence that we see God and yourself on this planet. So let us not leave this opportunity. Let us all together, hand in hand, let us travel like brothers. Because the struggle of Swami is not just, we should not allow it to go like that. He has built this brick by brick. This institution is built brick by brick with his blood and sweat. And we see people taking it lightly, calling it and trying to do all sort of things and not focusing on him and seeing it's a sinful deed. We see people creating one more Swamis here. And what kind of thing that, and most of the time we find that people from inside are doing this. Why? Do Swami deserve this? What is not given to all of us? How much struggle he has done to this? He has come and he never created anything out of just like that, everything. He has worked to show you and me the way to the, how do we work on this planet. So every bit of Swami is a message for us. Every bit of it. And how much is given? Lord himself. He has gone to each and every place. How much he has traversed, how much he has... many times, even in the 2005, 6, 7, he would say, I'm tired, I've traveled so much and I've given so much, I feel tired. I mean, sometimes, he was not keeping well. He would tell, I'm so tired because this body has traveled across this country and across so much. Because you can't even fathom. Swami used to have one, 72, one Mercedes was there. And that was people who have been there, or even can see in picture, there's one, Swami used to have one white Mercedes in 1972, which is a little long domes, you can see that. It has done 5 lakh kilometers, it has gone. When Swami stopped using it, it had done 5 lakh kilometers, a car. That means how much he has traveled to all the places. That is one car. That is one car. Imagine how much he has traveled and how much he has put himself. It is a struggle. Avatars come and they don't just do that. They take the path. Rama came. How much struggle he has to do for getting Mother Sita. He has to travel so much. He was in the forest. Krishna came. How much he has to battle. The avatars come, they suffer. They also suffer along with us. How much work they do. And even Swami, he just discarded everything and every bit of it. Toe to head to toe, every minute he lived for us. So please, take this beautiful opportunity. You have come to the right place. You have come to the final destination. Everybody on this planet have to again come to this gate of Bhagawan, because he is the Lord. In whichever name you call, whichever name you call, whichever name you call, finally we have to come here. Finally we have to face him. Whoever, every human being has to face God. And God is for us, we have found him luckily. So that will be, he will deal with every human being has to face him, and they will be brought there. So we have already arrived. Please don't lose this opportunity. Don't allow it to slip from us. Hold on to that. Believe me, that's only the secret which I can tell you. Hold on to him. Today we held on to him. That's why we have all the love of people. The Prime Minister is praising Central Trust so much. People are asking me, they're aghast. They're saying 20 minutes, Prime Minister is going on saying about Central Trust, the good works, and Swami, so much they're saying. Why? Because we never want to veer away from that path. We want to hold on to his feet. And we are holding on. Please, brothers and sisters, trust. Let us all hand in hand walk this beautiful path, and never again you will have this chance. After Mahasamadhi, a lot of people used to come and call me, and one of the very renowned, very, very silently, one sadhaka, one saintly person told me, Rathnakar, everybody gets a chance when avatars around, maybe people you have seen. But when avatar is not there, you are getting a chance. It is not easy. That is the sign that you have all the grace, because he has chosen. So all of us, not only me, all of you have been chosen. Avatars are there. When they were there, portico used to be full. Now we don't see all those people. So to get the work of God, to do work of God is the highest gift for human life. Please don't leave this. Rest of it you leave. Whatever is structure, whatever happens in organization, center, let that be not mixed with your relation with Swami. Let not that blur you from seeing that beautiful divine Lord. That's all I can tell you. And I am so happy, I am so glad, I am sorry, because when I think of Swami and some of what he has done, and imagine how could, what was going on, how he was able to sleep on a portico of a devotee because he didn't want to. Means when you think of all that, how much sacrifice he has done. There's one more incident of Kasturi Garu used to tell us, sir. They were traveling and it was midnight. They stopped near one guest house. So when the guest house was there, it's a government guest house, but they did not have much of facilities there. There was one blanket was there, and that blanket was not cleaned properly. So they both were there. Driver was only two of them were there. Driver was sleeping in the car, closing all that. But Swami and Kasturi Garu, Swami sleeps, Kasturi is sleeping. But after a while, Kasturi, there's this bit cold, and Kasturi is feeling cold and is not getting sleep. But Swami also is not having blanket, he is also not having blanket. So he thought Swami is sleeping, I am fine, so it's okay. He was little having this problem of sleeping because of cold. After a little while, he found somebody is putting something on him, covering him so that he'll sleep fine. He said, who is now doing this? And he turned and he saw Swami is doing that. He was putting his dhoti on him because he said, I have a gown, so at least for your cold, I am putting this thing. So he's always thinks about you. He never thinks for himself. He reflects the complete divine. Take all the love from here, spread it, share it with not only with your family, with your friends, with your community, and all of them. And may Swami bless each one of you and your families, your children, and your friends. And keep coming back to Prasanthi. Whenever you are, you have a mobile. Once you have discharged, what you do? You plug it and charge it. So we are also like that. So whenever we have little discharged and we are little fatigued, we are tensed, we are stressed, and we feel we can't move, come back here and recharge yourself, and at least for that, because he is here all the time ready to give. So please take as much as Swami with you, and may Swami bless all of you. Thank you, Sai Ram.